Well, hey there.
Hello, we are live and not canceled.
We are live. We are not canceled.
There was a little bit of confusion on our thumbnail. I had people reaching out to me going, "Wait, you guys are done? You guys are not doing this anymore?" I'm like,
Uh,
"No."
I was
So,
afraid that might happen,
but it got some attention.
but
That's
here we are.
yeah, here we are. That's right.
And
Absolutely.
there's three people who decided to go ahead and tune in anyway.
And we know Cody's here.
We got Cody. Sound off in the
Cody.
comments, fellas,
Yep, you know the drill, guys. You know the drill.
and hit that like
Um,
button too. Go ahead and get that done out
yeah,
of the way.
but get all that stuff done.
You got to do the
Uh,
administrative stuff.
administrative stuff, right? Hey, Chaz. Oh, RC for days. What's up, buddy?
What's going on,
Um, happy Beat the Creek Eve to you.
dude? I am so pumped.
This is your
Oh,
first
I'm so
time,
pumped.
right?
What's that?
This is your first time, right?
Yeah, my first time at Beat the Creek, man, and
Oh,
it's crazy because it's only like 3 hours from me.
it's only
Um,
one way.
yeah,
Oh, that's not horrible.
no, no. So I'm gonna drop my oldest off at he's got robotics club early in the morning. So I'm gonna drop him off at school at 7 and hit the road, and I'll be down there around 10ish.
Harold's checking in.
What's up, Harold?
And Psycho Garage. Cycle 13 Garage. So what's been
Psycho.
canceled?
Well, about everything to
Yeah,
answer that question,
more or less. We'll
except for
cover that.
Beat the
We'll get to
Creek.
that. Beat the Creek is still on, but we'll cover what has been canceled here in just a little bit. We got a few other things to get through. But first time at Beat the Creek. I'm so excited for you, dude. Last year was awesome. I really wish I could go this year, but unfortunately the stars didn't align. But last year was phenomenal. I thoroughly enjoyed it.
I am super pumped, but I'm so confused by the weather forecast.
Oh, it's always that way. It was that
It's
way last year.
it's all over the place. Like
Yeah.
tomorrow, it's a high of like 82, and then it just like drops down each day until Sunday. The high is like 60. So there's like a 20-degree swing in 4 days, and then who knows about rain?
Yeah, well, um, that it wouldn't be Beat the Creek if it didn't, weather couldn't make up its mind.
Right. Well, and
But
I mean, I'm not that far away. Like I get Midwest
no,
weather. I know how it works.
right.
But just for those 4 days, like maybe, I mean, can we just get a little bit of help? Maybe.
It's always usually muddy there. But anyway, the cool thing is if you guys haven't seen, I reposted my video in a couple groups. If you want to find out what Beat the Creek's all about and you're not going, or if you are going and you want to kind of reminisce on last year, I have a video that I did last year for Beat the Creek. It's awesome. And one of my favorite videos. Um, Cody just checked in. What's up, Cody?
Cody, yeah, I'm heading to Beat the Creek 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Mañana.
Tomorrow is
So,
vendor setup day. And
vendor
then
setup. So, speaking of vendor, tell them what you're doing, Chaz.
so I'll be working the Fury Tech USA booth. There's a partnership between Fury Tech USA. We work with Direct RC as well. And then I'm pretty sure the booth next to us is Hobby Plus, and there's kind of a collaboration with them as well, but that's a separate booth.
It
I'll be working
absolutely
the
is right next to you.
yeah,
Like, because I go ahead.
but yeah, I'll be working the Fury Tech USA booth. If you're going to be at Beat the Creek, stop by. I'm going to have free stickers with this logo in different sizes. Stop by, get some, introduce yourself, say hey, show me your rig, and then buy some cool Fury Tech stuff. We'll probably have some torque servos. I don't know what we're going to have on inventory yet. I don't get the stuff from the warehouse. I show up on site, they have everything, and then I just try to sell it. But whatever, get the good stuff. That's what we're going to have.
Come to Beat the Creek. I'm looking for something. That's why I'm sidetracked. But come to Beat the Creek and get the good stuff from Chaz. And
Listen,
Ken will be there from the Shop in ERC.
Yep,
Correct?
yep,
Oh,
yep. We've got Ken and we've got Zach. Oh, I'm drawing a blank on his channel right now. Zach, I'm so
John.
sorry.
John. He runs the Direct RC's channel.
Oh, okay. Well, I think he has his own
He
channel
has
as
his,
well.
he does, but he basically runs the Direct RC channel. Um,
Yeah, that's true.
speaking of getting your stickers,
Hey, you got some mail. Maybe don't put that up in front of the
yeah,
camera.
I probably should have, but my address is all over the thing anyway.
I don't need Harold showing up on my front porch. You know what I mean?
Harold, Harold, Ugh,
It's
that
bad
guy.
enough when
I
Cody
know.
shows up all the time.
Cody shows up. Wow.
Yeah.
Cody says he's coming down to hit Fender Row.
Yes, absolutely.
So
That's man, I'm so excited about that. So I'm super pumped to go. This is my first time. I can't wait to check it out. It's not gonna be the same for me because I'll be working a booth. So I
yes,
won't have the opportunity to get out and do a bunch of driving or anything. I
yeah,
do
I
I do
I
hope to
was able
sneak
to get
away
out.
and try to beat the barn.
Yeah, I was able to get out a little bit, but you're right. Like the whole first day went, and I wasn't even able to even touch anything
Yeah,
in regards to the whole, beat the barn or the creek or any of it. It wasn't until the second or third day that we were actually able to get out, and Van and I kind of snuck out and said, "You guys got the booth." So, you know,
nice. Yeah.
you'll get the chance. You definitely will get the chance. It's just finding that chance. And then there was one night we actually stayed a little bit later.
Did you do
Um,
like the what they call the night run or whatever? The night drive?
yeah, it wasn't really the night. We didn't stay for that, but we did. The three of us, Van, Ken, and I, went out and ran some night courses. It was just
Nice.
down one little trail that was close to the booth. It wasn't anything significant, but we had a
Yeah.
blast. I mean, it was only for like half hour, 40 minutes. We had a lot of
Listen,
fun.
after being on your feet all day long in the booth, I
Oh,
mean,
it's hard. It's
it's
rough.
yeah, it is.
It
Um,
is rough.
but man, I am so excited for Vendor Alley, Vendor Row. I don't know what they call it, but um,
I think they
I've
call it
seen
Vendor Village, like actually.
Vendor Village. Whatever
Mhm.
they call it. I'm so pumped about it, man.
Yeah.
Um, there's gonna be so many brands in attendance with drawing a blank on the word merchandise. We'll call it merchandise. That's not the word I was going for, but I'm pumped about it.
Yes.
And Sam, are you allowed to share, or am I putting you on the spot in a weird spot right now? I saw a post from Mr. Calvin from Hobby Plus
Yes.
that they are going to be hosting a small event by their booth, which will also be by our booth, um, featuring crawler tracks obstacles.
um, because I
Are are you
screwed.
allowed to share any details, or is it hush
Well,
hush?
it's not hush hush. Because I screwed up and showed the envelope on for all five of you that were here. I apologize for that, but I will allow you to put me on the spot because of that. Yes, we've partnered not only with Fury Tech and Direct RC, you'll see our stuff in their booth as well, but we've also partnered with Hobby Plus, and the Hobby Plus guys are going to be running a little kind of a crawler drag ish. They're going to be doing a competition, I think, on Saturday. I could be wrong. It might be
I,
Friday night. I'm not sure.
I think the post did say Saturday.
Okay. It is Saturday, and they're going to be running basically a one lane crawler drag timed. So they're going to give you I think they're given their, so the difference is you're not bringing your own rig. They're going to let people use a juiced up, as far as I know. Remember, this is all, I don't know a ton, but this is what I do. I think I know. I
Oh,
think I know. They're going to be given a juiced up for everybody to run with. So it's everything's equal. The terrain's taken out of it because of our obstacles.
yep.
Everybody's been running the exact same rig. Um, and so it will be fastest time wins.
Ooh,
So, you know, and and I have some other insider information. Um, Hard Park, one of my buddies that has some of my crawler tracks, from what I understand, I could be wrong, but from what I understand, he's going to be in the Hard Park booth with our obstacles as well.
really?
So there's going to be crawler tracks all over. And to be fair, last year we were in the Direct RC booth slash Freer Tech booth. We were in the Axial booth last year because my friend who's going to be in the Hard Park booth, he also works for Horizon Hobby, and he was running the Axial booth last year, so he was there. Um, But this year he took the time off so he could go be with Chad in the hard park.
Nice.
So uh, uh, don't quote me on that, but that's what I hear he's going to do.
Well, I'll tell you what, if Chad doesn't have any crawler tracks in his booth, I will give him all of the heat. All of the
You
heat,
should.
all the smoke.
You should. You
What do
should.
kids say these days? All the smoke?
Oh, I don't.
I said all the heat. That's how old
That's.
I am.
I don't have any clue what the kids say. I still try to figure out what my kids say on a daily basis, and they're all teenagers. I guess I have a
That's fair.
20-year-old now. That's crazy.
So
That is dang crazy.
here's what I need from the viewers right now. If you've been to Beat the Creek, what's your favorite part of the event? And if you haven't been or you're going this year for the first time, what are you most looking forward to? And if you haven't been and you're not going this year, why not? Let us
Yeah,
know.
I am gonna throw my 2 cents in the arena right now. I'm gonna throw in my favorite part, besides working the booth and talking to people, because that's one of my favorite parts, and filming a video. But my favorite part, as far as the crawling goes, man, the barn. Well, that's not okay. I'm split between the barn and the construction area.
Oh, I'm very curious about the construction
The
area.
construction area was cool. Was really cool. And beat the barn. Yes, Psycho 13. The barn is like, you just go in and there's horses in there. I mean, I have a horse. I love horses. So there's horses in there, and you go in there and you're like this. You're like, what happens if my crawler gets stuck up there?
Right? Because it's like, I mean, it's
It's like
like net bridges,
it's like three
right?
stories. Yeah. Mhm.
And they have like elevator slides and stuff
Yeah,
from
and
what I've
yeah,
seen.
yeah. It's crazy. Like I'm sure they have a way to recover rigs. I'm sure they have ladders and stuff there, but I would definitely be careful with your baby Capra because of two reasons. First of all, the barn is designed for tent scales. So you're going to be some of the 2-lane bridges, you're going to be pushing the edge really close. And second of all, it's a real thing. I saw a couple of them when I went there, falling off from the top.
Sam,
I don't mean to burst your bubble, but it's a thing. I know that pretty blue paint job you just did on your Capra. You wouldn't want to
listen,
scratch that.
that thing turned out so
I
good.
know. My son said, "Have you seen Chaz's new Capra?" And I said, "Yeah, kind of," because I had seen what you'd showed me, but I hadn't seen it completed because he watched your video before me. And I was like, "Oh, that thing was awesome."
Yeah, I didn't realize how much of the black overspray that the protective film caught. And
Yeah.
so I sent you pictures before I removed that,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
and it was a little sloppy. I was still okay with it.
Yeah.
I wasn't too upset, but man, I took that film off the Lexan panels, and holy crap, it turned out so good.
When I painted my first one, I did the same thing and I was surprised. Mount Olympus, welcome. He says, went to film and realized you guys weren't canceled. Told you there was some confusion.
Well, yeah, but here we are, and Mount Olympus is with us.
here, here we are. We are here and we are live and we are not canceled. Anyway, beat the creek. Stop by. Chaz will be there. He'll have stickers. He'll shake your hand. He'll be there to um shoot the shop, talk shop with you. Is that what
Yep.
we say?
Yeah,
And
shoot the shop. I've never heard that one before, but I like it.
shoot the shop. I'm shooting Ken is what I'm doing. Ken will be there. Uh, oh,
Zach,
Zach, and I think that's it. I think there's only
that's
three
it,
of you.
that's it
Oh,
for the Fury Tech booth.
yeah. So the two guys at least one guy from Fury Tech will be there. So
Yeah,
his name is actually Sam. He should be there. I haven't
yep,
confirmed that, but he's a good guy as well. I love that guy. So
yeah. Sam's awesome.
head on over. You're gonna love Vendor Village, and if you're in the area, go to Beat the Creek, man. It's cool. You need to get a picture of the Crawler Tracks logo on the thing. Send it to me
Well,
because
listen,
we are a sponsor of Beat the Creek.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to get as many photos as I can and as much footage as I can
Cody says I don't want no dang CK4RC stickers.
because I've already overloaded him with them.
Well, I got mine finally in the mail. So, although I showed you the one I had, so
Yeah,
I got this one
You got one of the big ones from last year.
I got this, and I think when we went to Axial Fest West last year, this was hanging around in the booth. And at
Yeah.
that time, I knew you, and I was like, I'm gonna steal that because I need me a CK4. And I didn't find this. I was digging through my old stuff from Axial Fest. I didn't find this till like 2 days ago or 3 days ago or something like that.
Well, oddly enough, when I was working Axial Fest Badlands last year, they had some crawler track stickers left over that
Yep.
we had out on the table, and I
Yep.
snagged some of those last year.
We just stole from each other
Just a year apart.
a year apart. It's true. And by the way, I sent some stickers to Hobby Plus, so they'll have some of our stickers in their booth. There's a limited supply of them, so if you want a crawler track sticker, get there early for sure.
Nice.
All right, enough about Beat the Creek because it's not canceled. Let's move on to our bench talk.
Psycho 13 Garage, send me a message.
Oh,
We'll see what we can do.
yes,
We'll see what we can do.
yes, for sure. Send him. He's on Instagram, on Facebook. Just send him a message on Facebook or Instagram.
Yep. Same name,
Um,
CK4RC.
CK4RC. Moving on to our bench talk.
What do we
Current
got?
projects. What do you got? You got anything?
No. So
Everything's
my
probably packed up, right?
my projects are done and they're packed up. Yes. And then my builds are still sitting over here, just waiting for me to jump into them. But I mean, not till after Beat the Creek, of course.
Yes, for sure. I see what's behind you. I guess is this camera up here. What's behind you?
Ooh,
Ooh.
listen, I got some stuff.
Oh, those are cool.
All right.
Which one did you
So,
get? We got
well,
the blue.
this is so well. All right. So this is leading into.
This may or may not be my fault.
Well, no, it's not your fault. But this is leading into whenever we're talking about stuff being canceled
Oh, okay.
and we're talking about everything going on.
I'll
This
hold my.
everything over here is probably about my last big haul for a while.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've got so what you're looking at here. Shout out Hobby Plus again. I
Yeah.
went with the Rushmore V3, the blue one, of course,
It's
because
got the
I got to
hobby
go
wing in
black
it.
and blue.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go black and blue. That's my scheme. I got to stick with it. And then I went with the black and blue Arctos 6x6 down here on the bottom. So I was
With
putting
the
off
crawler
getting
track
these.
sticker.
Nice. I was putting these off because I didn't need them at the time, and I still don't need them right now.
Oh, you
But
need them.
but with prices going up and everything else, I was like, all right, I need before I can't get them anymore. I want them, and so I went ahead and I made the order. So
Yeah.
my order from Direct RC. I've got probably my last big order from Amazon over here. I've got my last big order from AliExpress back here. So
We'll talk about all that in just a minute.
trying to stock up on some things, but yeah. So you're looking at my two latest rigs. They just came yesterday, and
Those
I
are
haven't
cool.
taken them out of the box. I set them here because I've been busy.
And there they will sit in the box for another year and a half. I'm just kidding you, dude.
Um, I don't think it'll be that long.
Because you and I both know that we both have way too many cars in boxes.
This whole underneath my bench, you can't see it right now with the way this is just full of rigs that are still in boxes down here.
Good times. I did get my haul.
And then
We'll talk. We'll talk. Go ahead.
I've got more over here.
Yeah,
It's I need to do some work.
I got a whole shelf of them up there. So, but I did get my haul as well.
What do you got in there?
You probably know what this is.
I think I do know what that is.
You do know
Wait,
what this
do I?
is. You know what this is.
I thought
Because
you
I
already
have
had that.
I have another one that's taken apart right here.
Oh, okay. Okay. You
Yeah.
got a second one?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yes, 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 and yes. But we'll talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So projects coming up. You got nothing because you did your Beat the Creek build.
Yeah, well, and I don't even want to call it a build. I call it my project
You
because
built it though. You
I
painted it and you put
painted it
stuff
and
on it.
I did a brushless swap, a brushless upgrade. But I mean, it's still there's still a whole lot of stock stuff on there. I do have a new servo coming that's also black and blue to match the rig.
What kind of
But it
servo did you find that was black and blue?
I don't remember the brand. I
Oh,
found it on Amazon. It's a 45 gram 10 scale servo. Um, and I'm drawing a blank on the brand, but it's supposed to be here tomorrow after I leave. So that's super
oh,
cool.
that's too bad.
I know.
Just one day. That's too bad. That is too bad. So you don't have much builds going on, do you?
No, I've got a whole bunch of parts for builds.
So I'm a little bit nervous because I still haven't gotten everything I need for my battle of the build off with Mount Olympus,
Your
my
budget build?
budget build, and now I'm a little bit worried about me being able to get parts because of
Yeah.
yeah. So hopefully it won't last too long. And I'm slacking. I'm the one that dragged my feet on that one, but hopefully it won't last too long and I can order again. But
Good luck with that.
even being in the industry and being a business, we're tightening up the belt too. Even though we're made here in America, things are
Yep.
getting it's it's not looking good. But I've got that one. I do have my first round of parts for this build, which is I'm just in the process of filming it. This is
Oh, is
my
that going to
build.
be your all Endura base camp build?
Yep, that you guys are going to vote on. You guys voted on the first round. We talked about this a little while, a few episodes ago.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The first four mods or whatever.
Yep, first four mods, and then we'll do the next four mods. But again, it's all Endora. It's coming from China,
Yeah.
so this may have to be put on the back burner for a little bit. Although I'm gonna fill the progress, so I'll do the first four mods, and then we'll just see how. Because I've already got the most of the video filmed for this. I just haven't built it yet. That's basically
Maybe
all I have to do.
maybe don't you have isn't it Reaction RC that or Reaction Hobbies or whatever that's close to you? Isn't that your kind of local shop?
Adrenaline,
Adrenaline. Maybe
adrenaline.
maybe they'll have on some on stock.
I honestly don't know if they carry much Endura. They may carry a few, but I don't know if they carry they have a huge selection of new cars, like your Traxxas's, your SEX 24s. They have a massive, and I even went in there and they had some Hobby Plus, which is something new to them. I can, no, sorry, the HBI, the new Back to the Future trucks.
Yeah.
They have some of those, but they don't have a ton of selection of parts. Although they just moved into a new store and they have a lot more space, so maybe they'll start to carry more parts. So we'll see.
RC for days. I appreciate you giving me the heads up. I saw the mutiny that was going on in the comments.
What
Um,
was this over?
I don't listen. Harold and Cody are making plans about showing up at my house and harassing my wife while I'm at Beat the Creek. I don't know what they're doing. It's probably not lawful.
Lawful. I hope you know those guys.
Yeah, yeah, I do. They're
Because
good.
that really makes me worried.
Yeah, I know, right? I need to get like a security detail for
Uh,
my wife.
Cameras, restraining order, or something.
Increased police patrols in my
Yeah,
neighborhood.
I guess neighborhood watch, any of that stuff. Um, excuse me. So that's what I've got going on. Is pretty much those two builds. I've got like you have. I have a ton of parts that are just sitting there, and I've got a segment coming up later in the show that I put in the notes that I want to talk about of how we can make the best of this whole canceled culture, canceled hobby.
Canceled
So
hobby, yeah.
yeah, so we're gonna make I know Mount Olympus, I know, solid plan. I get it. I
Past
get
tense,
it.
that
It's
was.
totally on me. I get that. I drug my feet and was busy. I had no excuse and I apologize. Dang, I'm not doing too well tonight.
Dude,
um
I don't know what's going on with the comments, but I've got this thing that's blocking. I can barely see anything. It's
you
driving
don't
me
need to
nuts.
see. I'll do all the work. You just sit back and enjoy the ride.
That's usually how our show goes anyway.
Yeah, I know, right? Um, so yeah, so that's what I've got. I mean, I've got the new, it was new, somewhat new. I've got a brushless for this guy,
Nice.
and I need to get the brushless in it. It's from Fury Tech. This is the, if you don't know, this is the four-wheel steer version of the Capra.
Yep, the V2.
It's fairly new, not too new, but it's fairly new.
That's
So
newish.
new-ish. I've got a couple things like that. I can work on, but yeah, that's pretty much it for me. I expect a full video from Beat the Creek, by the way.
Oh, there will be at least one.
Yeah.
I've got some ideas and some goals. But obviously until I get down there and I see how the weekend goes, I won't know what I'm going to be able to do.
Yeah.
But I do have some things that I'm really hoping to be able to get some footage of.
Yeah. Well, if
And
you're anything like me, the first day will be crazy, and then by the second or third day, you're able to slip away. But
yeah.
the first day was nuts. It was
Well, here's the other thing
nuts.
too is I've got I've got Ken and Zach who like they know what they're doing. I got no idea.
You know what you're doing. You worked Badlands one year last year.
I did, and I had no idea what I was doing. Every 10 seconds, I was like, "Hey Ken, hey, what about this?" And then like he didn't get to leave the booth because he couldn't trust me to be left alone. So
Well,
I think that that's going to work to my advantage to where I can. I mean, Ken and Zach know what they're doing. I don't, so I can
yeah.
just kind of sneak out for a little bit.
Well, if I would have gone to Beat the Creek, that would have been my fourth Fury Tech Direct RC event to help out, and so I would have. Um, I I pretty as it's gotten further and further on, as I've done more shows with Ken and whoever else comes. Last year it was Van. They kind of slip off, leave me to my own. I'm like, oh, I don't want to be the one responsible for this.
Yeah,
But Cody and Harold are hacking you.
yeah, they're always up to something.
I missed this one. Oh, Mount Olympus was laughing about Cody's plan to visit your house. Um, all right.
You see what I have to put up with?
Yeah, I know, right?
Those guys,
Right.
Sam, listen, those guys are my friends. You know what I mean?
You say friends.
They're my friends, and this is the treatment I get.
This is the abuse you have to take. You should move to Utah and leave them there. Because then they'll be like, what? They won't have any friends left. Hello?
I think you might be onto something.
Yeah. Uh, um, let's see what else here. Yeah, that's
Um,
all I got. That's all I
yeah,
got for builds.
we got some new stuff though.
We do have some new stuff. Let me get those pulled up here.
Now, I think that we are going to see a big reduction in the number of new releases coming out.
Absolutely. And as of late, the new releases have been going crazy.
Yeah.
Even for the economy may not be the strongest right now. I don't know. Politics aside, the new releases were still flowing like water. It was
yeah.
amazing.
And it's
But
been like that for like the last couple years. Like
yeah,
if it seems like every like 3 weeks there's a new release
yeah,
from somebody.
especially in the micro world.
Yes.
But Cross RC, we talked about this 2 episodes ago, maybe one
We
episode ago.
we did 2 episodes ago.
They were the ones that originally dropped their new product and called it the Emo XX.
Well,
And the
they called it the Max and the Max
Max,
XL.
that's what they were. That's what they were. And now they've
Um
changed them. And I'm not even sure if I know I'm looking at the right one.
and yeah, and it their announcement disappeared from the internet.
Yep.
No idea why there would be any kind of conflict with a name like Max.
Praxis.
Oh no.
What? We lose
Sam,
you?
you still with me?
Yeah, I'm here.
Ah. All
I'm
right, hang
here.
on. Let me jump back in real quick.
I can hear you. Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up or give me a comment. Can you hear Chaz? I'm alone. He left me. That's right. We can do the show without him. If you guys can hear me, somebody give me a thumbs up in the chat. Or not thumbs up, a comment so I can know you can hear me. We'll see if we can get Chaz back. Anyway, moving on to the Cross RC product. The Cross RC stuff, they've he's coming back. He's coming back. He's back.
Things are going so well, and then my
Uh,
alarm had to go off.
you gotta turn that off.
I know. I thought about it like 15 minutes before the show. I was like, I got to turn that off. And then I got distracted and I didn't turn it off. And now
Yeah,
here we are.
it happened. Well, it happens to the best of us, I guess. So
So,
we
anyway,
were talking. We, we were just talking about the Cross RC
yes.
Max XX Max, not X Max, Max XX.
Yep.
I guess, and the XXL.
And the Max XL, yes.
XL. That's what it was. So now they've changed it, and I'm not even sure which ones they are anymore.
Well, now they are the Emo XX and the Emo XXL.
Uh, is it the 6-wheel drive one?
Yes. What? Well,
Is
the
that?
XXL one is.
Yeah, that's a cool. So now it's the Emo XL.
Yes.
I love the looks of this thing, by the way. It's out of my price range, but it's so cool.
Oh, anything Cross RC is outside of my price range.
Little Ford freaking OBS body. So cool. So cool. And then the XL or the X, it's got to be this one. It's got to be the Emo X.
The Emo, yeah, the Emo XX.
This one, X2? No, that's not it. X,
Maybe.
Emo, right here. This is it. The
There you
Emo
go.
X.
Yeah. And they
Out of
named it like the
stock.
Stegosaurus or something. It's got like a dinosaur sticker on the
Yeah,
side.
it's got a Stegosaurus or something. It almost looks like a rhinoceros.
Yeah.
They don't show a side view of it.
So pretty dramatic, pretty drastic name change. Again,
Absolutely.
not sure what happened there.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yep, and it's probably a pretty good guess.
You're probably right. Okay, let's get the next one up here. Next on the list. So yeah, so
Oh
emo.
yeah. Finally
This
a
one,
new release that I got like first.
you are the first one on the internet to do a video on it.
I was the first person on the planet.
But you didn't do a video on this one. I couldn't pull both of them up at the same time, so I'm gonna have to
No,
go
I did
back to
not
the one
do
you did.
I didn't do that one. That's the one that I actually wanted, but I did not get that because I wanted something different. And so I went with
Yes.
the X competition is what they call it.
Yep.
And this was for Direct RC's 1 year anniversary. They put out these um upgrade their upgrade kits. They kind of messed up the marketing a little bit. And they kept saying that they're RTRs. They are not RTRs. They come with an RTR Fury wagon, but
Yep.
the upgrades consist of a kit that you have to swap things from the Fury wagon um, into the new frame and the new hardware and things like that. So
Yep. That's
so it
pretty
is a
much what you
kit.
get right there. What you're looking at.
And so I went with the X competition because I wanted something different. I have so many 24 scale and 18 scale RTRs. And so I wanted something different. So I went with the X competition and I don't regret it.
Yeah. How's it perform?
It performs good for now. I do have some issues. I've got to figure out the geometry on the shocks. I'm getting a little bit of binding on the shocks. So I've got to get a spacer in there. And I haven't done anything to it since I built it because I've just been trying to gather things and get organized for Beat the Creek. But when I get home, I do have a little bit of brass to add to it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got some big old 68 millimeter DJ Crawler comp pin tires to put on it, and then I will get the shocks sorted out.
I can't. I'm sorry, Cody. You're freaking hilarious, dude. That made me laugh.
Oh my gosh!
You totally derailed the conversation, Cody.
I mean, listen, if they want to come sit on my porch, they're running the risk of my kids going out there and hanging out with them. So
Oh,
that's on them.
oh god. All right. So the X comp, and then the other one to come out, and there's 3 different colors. There's a white, there's a yellow, and there's a gray. Later. This comes RTR, but you don't get the traditional Fury wagon body. You get, instead of the basically what's the Evo Pro Harvest or the Evo Harvest or whatever it's called, you get this body instead.
Yeah.
So your body doesn't look like, I have one right here somewhere. Maybe I don't have one somewhere. Oh, I do. Your body doesn't look like this guy. I don't know if you can see that through the bag.
Yep.
It looks like that body, but everything else comes box stock as a Fury wagon. The only difference is the body, and you don't get this body, and then you get all the upgrade parts to upgrade them to be you basically upgrade to this chassis right here, and this one's in pieces.
So you get an LCG chassis.
Yep.
You get
Links,
high clearance metal links, you get metal drive shafts, right?
metal drive shafts. You get the
And
shocks,
Next Racing shocks, oil
next
shocks.
racing shocks. Yep. And steering links.
Yep.
And that's about it, I think.
Yeah.
So it's all there, and all the hardware, obviously.
All the hardware in
But
so many bags.
In so many bags. This is a Fury wagon. This is the chassis you get. This is the early production sample of it, but this is what you get. And mine's in pieces right now. So anyway, so super cool. Super cool. I've got a video coming on it. I don't have it done yet. I'm still in the process of filming it, but you'll be seeing it soon. And that's what was in this box.
Nice. The patina they did on those bodies looks so good.
They were all hand painted.
Goodness gracious.
So they did initial run of 40, and from what I understand, they're looking at doing another run because they've been so popular.
Yeah.
So if you missed out on the first ones, I think they still have some of the ultimates left. But if you missed out on the first ones, you can definitely get your hands on the X comp for sure.
Yeah, yeah, and the X competition, it's battery on axle, so it's more of a full on competition crawler. It's not just like a LCG chassis like the what do they call it? The Ultimate Upgrade, is that what they're calling the other ones?
Yeah, the Ultimate and the X comp. Yeah, the
So
Ultimate does not come with axle on battery or battery on axle on battery. Yeah, that's it. Battery on axle.
Axle on battery surprisingly doesn't work very well.
You would maybe. I mean, you might get some white smoke if you continue if you drive it.
There would probably be some smoke.
Hey, Ken just checked in. He's in Indiana right now. Or yeah, Indiana, right? Is it Indiana? Yeah, it's Indiana. So either driving to Beat the Creek.
Well, I don't know. It depends. If he's at the warehouse, he's in Indiana. But if he's at Beat the Creek, then he's in Kentucky.
He was at the warehouse earlier because he sent me a picture. So yes, and I've been to the warehouse and it's cool. They just opened up a whole new thing for Direct RC, the warehouse. It's cool. It's really cool.
Nice.
Low C.
The mini T, the micro T.
This is more in Ken's world. If you don't know, Ken does racing every Friday night, and he usually live streams.
Yeah.
He usually live streams on YouTube. He used to live stream on TikTok, but since none of us know the future of TikTok, I think he's moved over to YouTube. So go check his channel out. Whoops. But the mini T mini T.
The micro T.
Micro T. I keep calling it mini. Micro
T. The mini T, I think, is 18 scale. I think. So this new micro T, the original micro T was 36 scale. This new micro T is 28 scale.
And it's pretty close to the micro B.
Yes, it is a little bit shorter. And from what I've seen so far, I don't have the micro T. I don't know if I should say yet or not. But the micro T, I've heard, is a little bit quicker than the micro B.
Got
which is crazy because it's a little bit smaller. It's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
It might be the wheels, because the wheels are slightly bigger, and so that might help.
Maybe. Oil-filled shocks, aluminum chassis, your Spectrum SLT2.
Yeah, it's all the same setup as the micro B. The chassis is a little bit shorter. The front wheels are different, front tires are different.
The wheelbase isn't quite the same.
But all of the same quality components that make the micro B so good are on the micro T.
Yeah. So if you're into racing, It's a cool little race car, for sure.
If I haven't been getting so out of just ridiculous out of hand with my micro B lately, I probably would get a micro T.
Oh,
But I've been having fun going nuts with my micro B
your
and just
micro B's
seeing what kind of wheels I can put on that thing.
your micro B's awesome. It
Turns
looks
out I can
so
put monster truck tires on it.
it looks so cool. It really
Somebody made a
does.
comment because somebody else did it. And they posted pictures on Facebook a couple days ago. Somebody made a comment. And they were like, "Congrats, you made a Tyco rebound." It's
A
brilliant.
Tyco, a Tyco rebound. That's awesome. Clayton's RC just checked in.
Clayton's RC should hit up what Cherokee, huh?
Yeah, I have no idea what that is. No idea what Cherokee is. Now him and Ken are going at it. Okay, so that's it. That's it for the new stuff. I mean, if we're missing anything, let us know in the comments, in live chat. But that's like I said, I think things are going to start to slow down a little bit.
I think so too. And time will tell for sure, but I think that we are going to see. I think we're going to see a decrease in the frequency of new releases. But back
Absolutely.
to the X comp because I mean it's that thing is just it's unique, man. Like, and I'm gonna have one at the Fury Tech booth. I'm gonna have mine.
Oh, cool.
So if people want to check it out, it is. I left it. It's about as stock as it can be. I did do a torque servo swap just because I had the right one that I hadn't put in anything yet. So I went ahead and snagged that and upgraded
Cool.
the servo with that. Um, but I've still got the stock wheels and tires. I haven't. I've made no um, modifications other than the steering servo upgrade. So if people want to check that out because there's not a lot of them out there. Like you said, I think they did like 40 of them, and I think they're doing another run if what I'm
That's what I
hearing
hear.
is true.
Hmm.
Um, but there's not a lot out there. So if you want to check it out, stop by the booth.
Yeah, and the torque servo is not mountless. It's not the MLS. It has to go in there because it's on an angle, isn't it? It sits like this, and the battery sits like this.
Yeah, so it's the same servo as the regular FX 118. It's just so the X Comp it has a 3D printed special mount because of the battery on axle. So it's not the mountless, but it has the servo tray is built into the 3D print for the battery on axle mount as well.
Cool. And just because we didn't mention it, and we're circling back, that chassis is a Tinker Time chassis. It's designed by Tinker Time.
Yep.
Yeah. So cool, 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 cool. So speaking of limited supplies,
Yeah, let's get into people were asking already about everything, what's
the
being
bad
canceled.
stuff, the bad stuff. We're not being
Feel like we
canceled,
got to
and
talk about it.
yes, and
I don't
we're not
like
being
thinking about
canceled.
it. I don't.
Don't
I don't like
don't
thinking about it. I don't like harping on it. But I
yeah,
feel like we do need to talk about it, though.
don't make the mistake. We're not going anywhere, and we have a special episode coming up in two episodes from now, so a month from now. Very special episode.
Yeah,
So
we'll have
stay
one more
tuned.
episode with just the two of us clowns,
The two lugheads.
and then we're gonna add a third clown.
We're
I
gonna
shouldn't
add.
say that. That's rude.
We're adding someone, not permanently, but someone will be joining us, and you guys are not gonna want to miss it. Trust me. But that's all we're gonna say, and then you guys can wait for the announcement, and guarantee it'll be all over social media. Um,
Clayton's
Charisma.
RC said Cherokee Rock Village in
Oh,
Alabama.
I'm slacking in my duties. There it is. Oh, Alabama. I'll have to look that one up because I've never heard of that. But that sounds cool.
Yeah,
Sounds really cool.
a
Maybe we'll
rock
have to start.
village sounds great.
Yeah, like City of Rocks. Hello.
Right.
um,
There's been a lot of
so
announcements lately.
the hobby's getting canceled.
Yeah, I mean it's a sad way to put it, but that's kind of the way it feels right now for the U.S. We're talking specifically for the U.S.
The US.
There's other parts of the world that are not feeling the sting that we're feeling right now, but in the U.S. we're getting pinched pretty good right now.
Yep. And
Um,
I watched Tom Lee's video, and he says they're not feeling the pinch whatsoever.
right.
So
Yeah, and then he
anyway,
laughed at us a whole lot.
Yes, he did, because he's in the UK.
Because that's what he does. He likes to laugh at
Yeah,
people.
he likes to laugh at
Um,
people for sure.
that dude definitely one of my favorite channels. That dude is he
I
is
like. I love it when him and Kevin Talbot go back and forth.
oh for sure.
Their little rivalry. I love it. It's friendly. It's friendly, but they Tom Lee, if you don't know, is not a Traxxas guy, and Kevin Talbot is very much a Traxxas guy.
That is very true, and that is a very diplomatic way to say that.
Yes. Um, Charisma has halted all shipments to the United States as of 425.
Not a huge announcement because Charisma really
No,
does not have a huge market share in the U.S.,
no.
but
If
it
you're a
is a
Charisma guy,
brand,
yeah, yeah,
and
and
they were one of my first mini crawlers because of the Ford pickup body.
yeah, that's absolutely right. And piggybacking off that, Triel has halted all shipments to the U.S.
I know that is real bad
That's a little bit up on a higher scale than Charisma.
because Trio, not only are we talking, mini and micro crawler accessories and stuff like that, but Trio, that man, they support the LMT and the LMT mini market so heavily.
So much, yes. And they support a lot. There's a lot of trail parts out there for the 124th and 118th scale crawlers.
Yeah.
Axial, Traxxas. There's a ton of trail parts.
Yep.
I mean, they're all over Amazon, and they have just a ton of aftermarket support. And if they've halted
Yeah.
all shipments, that means you're not getting any parts from even Amazon until once their supply dries up. You're done.
Yeah. For now.
Mount Olympus. That's charming news. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know if I can handle this next one.
So, well, before we even get to that one, because so Charisma and Trial are the two latest, but we also had an announcement from WPL
Oh,
a
that's
while
right.
back.
That's right. That's
And
right.
they've actually released two announcements. The first one saying that they managed to find a way to keep things in operation and things like that with reasonable prices. And then they came out with their second announcement saying that unfortunately even their backup plan had kind of fallen apart. And so,
Yeah.
have they halted as well? I don't remember. Or were they just saying that we're going to feel the extra financial burden? Do you
They are
remember?
saying that we're gonna feel the extra financial burden.
So we'll have to pay for the tariffs and the extra shipping costs and things like that. So they haven't halted. I couldn't remember, but they haven't halted. But we're gonna hurt. And for WPL, that's probably not a brand where people are going to be willing to pay extra for.
No, no, not at least not in the hobby quality space,
Right.
right? I mean, because they're kind of the bridge between toy grade and hobby grade.
Right. Well, and
So
for the price that they're going to end up costing to
yeah,
get
it's
here in
not
the
worth it.
US,
Not worth it.
they might as well just jump up to pure hobby grade at that point.
Absolutely. Right.
And it's WPL fills a very small niche because they're right on that border between toy and hobby. But
Yes.
I think it's a really important role that they play.
Absolutely.
And so I really hate I just hate the impact that we're seeing in the US specifically.
Yes, it's true. And politics aside, you're talking about people's lives affecting, you know, Chinese people's lives, Asian people's lives, our lives. You're talking about, you're affecting people's, not only, it's a luxury for us, right? A
Sure.
hobby is not something that's necessary, but for the people in the factories over there, they're out of a job.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how this all plays out. Like I
Well,
said,
and I
politics aside, we're not getting into that, but it
yeah,
does
no.
affect people.
But I just saw that so UPS is getting rid of like 70,000 positions because of the reduced number of Amazon orders already.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know.
So,
There's no easy solution for it.
No, well, not an easy one. You're right. There's not an easy one. There is
Mm.
some solutions, but they're not easy.
They're not easy.
So we'll get to the big one, and we started off the episode with the good news with the huge event going on this weekend. Um, and we all know, we've all seen probably by now the announcements from Horizon.
Here it is. Here it is, Clayton's RC. Here we go. I'll put it back up there.
Yeah, Clayton
This
is one of the
is
Canadians. Oh, I remember.
this is almost depressing for me.
Very depressing. So I wasn't going to be able to make the entire event this year, but I was definitely going to make a day or two.
You're
And
talking Beat the Creek?
beat. No, I'm talking Badlands.
Badlands.
So yeah, Horizon Hobby, they have canceled Horizon's RC Fest. Now,
Well,
don't get this confused.
first of all, they canceled Axial Fest West this year. That was
Yes,
earlier on the year.
yeah, that has nothing to
Or
do
sorry, not
with the
West.
political climate. Yeah,
Yes,
Axial
West.
Fest
Sorry.
West.
I'm sorry. I'm getting my things crossed. Yes, Axial Fest West. That had nothing to do with anything political. That just was, we're going to cancel it because I imagine because it was the attendance wasn't that great.
Right,
I could be wrong.
but then they announced Axial Fest Europe
Yep. Which is
to
cool.
replace it.
Very
Sure.
cool.
Yeah. Um, and then this week they announced that they're canceling RC Fest that occurs in Illinois. Now, clarifying this, we're talking about the Horizon Hobbies RC Fest. We are not talking about the other RC Fest that also happens in Illinois. There's actually
Yes.
two RC Fests that happen in Illinois. Horizon sponsors and hosts one of them. That one is
Yes.
canceled. The other one is not.
Yes. And I have to pause right there and shout out NanoTrax RC. This guy, I've been talking to him a little bit. He started out on Kickstarter. He got ridiculously funded. Like
Is this
this
the
was
desktop construction?
yes,
I've
that's
seen
him,
them.
dude. I I think I saw him from Ken or Van. No, Ken. Maybe it was Van. And I jumped on and supported him. And I tell you, amazing human being, but he's once again being affected by all his tariffs because he was originally wanted to manufacture in the States, but you and I know things are a lot cheaper over there and immediate price points and
Yeah,
all logistical stuff. He moved to China and now it's hurting. It's hurting a lot.
yeah, for
And
sure.
but he has done some amazing work. If you haven't seen what he's doing, I think you can still view it on Kickstarter. If not, go to Nano. He's on Facebook. Um, Go there and check out what he's doing. He's making a fully functional RC track hoe that's like itty bitty for your desktop. I'm going to keep it at work. It's going to be awesome.
It
So
looks so cool. I need to get one of those things. I've been eyeballing them. I saw them on Kickstarter, and
cool.
I want one of those things so bad.
They're cool. They are cool. And Ken said it was him. Yep. All props go to Ken. He's the where I saw it. But um, so back to Horizon Hobby and back to the events they've canceled. So now they've canceled Horizon Fest. They've canceled Axial Fest Badlands.
Yeah,
They actually canceled Axial Fest Europe,
yeah.
which they just barely announced that 2 months ago.
And so, this one kind of surprises me because Europe is not in the same boat as us.
No.
But I guess it's just the company overall. They're trying
Well,
to kind of reallocate their resources
right.
and
The money,
protect
I don't know that
trying
they
to
make
protect the
money on
brand.
these events. Yeah, I don't know that they make money because I'm sure it costs a grundle to put them on. But I mean, like I said, even with us, and we're manufactured here in the United States, um, we're tightening them up the ship just because of the uncertainty.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's horrible to say, but so anyway, Axial Fest Europe's canceled, and from what I hear, and these are just rumors, they're doing their best to make sure By the Fire, Proline By the Fire is still on.
I was gonna say they haven't made any announcements on that one yet.
No.
And that event, I haven't been out there, but I've seen so much footage and heard so much good feedback about it. Hopefully they're able to keep that event. Um, hey Eric, thanks for joining us. But yeah, hopefully Proline by the Fire is able to stick around.
From what I've heard, and don't get me wrong, Badlands was my very first event working with Direct RC and Fury Tech, and I loved Badlands. Like I had the best time there. Um, from what I've heard, Beat the Creek and Proline by the Fire are like the two next to the Scale One NSTE or whatever it is. But that doesn't
USTE, but that one's canceled.
UST that doesn't exist anymore. So
Yeah, that one. Yeah,
two top events now are probably Proline and
Beat the Creek.
Beat the Creek.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah, and then
absolutely.
they've got, was it Farm Fest is
Farm
one that's
Fest,
over there on the East Coast somewhere, maybe Jersey, maybe.
but
I could be.
that's not a Horizon one, is it?
It's not
That's
Horizon one, no, but it's just an RC event.
it's a big
And
RC event
it's a
too.
big one. Yeah.
It's a big one,
So I
but
was just trying to name like some of the other big events
yeah,
that I'm
there's
aware
a couple other ones that are popping up. I mean, um, I would love
of.
to have
Rock the
one.
Ozarks is one.
I would rock the Ozarks. Sorry, Ken. He said UST was awesome. I wish I could have gone to that one. I really do.
Dude, the
Um,
pictures that I saw from USTE was,
yeah,
oh
mind blowing,
yeah,
right?
yes.
Um, I Farm Fest and the Gauntlet.
Oh, the Gauntlet, yeah, yeah, up in
Gauntlet.
Michigan.
I would I would die if we could get one here in Utah. The problem with Utah is it's so remote. It's
Yeah,
so out of everybody's way. Um, Not that Indiana's not, but the Ozarks,
yeah.
Kentucky, that whole area. Ozarks, Ken's just naming them all off. Um, I would love to get one in Utah, and we should have one in Utah because we're kind of the mecca of rock crawling. We got Moab.
I mean, yeah, like it. Yes, it's kind of remote, but I mean, like that's the perfect place for an RC event.
Yeah, it totally is. And but the problem with Moab is if you've ever been to Eastern Jeep Safari, it's nuts. Like it's a little town and it probably quadruples in size during Eastern Jeep Safari.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Utah needs an event and it needs a big event like that because again, the mecca of rock crawling.
All I got to say about that, Sam, is you, Van, and Brandon need to get on it.
Yes, yes, we do. We
You
really
guys
do.
are already there. Do something
I
about it.
know. And we do have a big club. Van's got a micro crawler club.
Yeah,
But
right?
Ken's absolutely right. It's hard to get vendors to come to the middle of nowhere because they would have to fly into Salt Lake International and then drive 3.5 hours to get to an event. So
Yeah.
that's rough.
And yeah,
That's
and then they
really
have to
rough.
figure out how to get inventory there. I mean,
Yes. Yeah.
that's just getting their
Yeah.
bodies there.
That's the problem with Utah. Utah's big. It's like the 12th biggest state, I think. And it's big. So it's not like the East Coast where everything's kind of crammed together.
Mount
Um,
Olympus.
the CK4 Invitational. Hey,
The
hey,
CK4RC Invitationals were not dope. They were a learning experience, and I'm hoping
I
that they'll
don't
be
even have
better
an
this year.
invitation to that. I don't even have an invitation to CK4RC Invitational. Oh, that's funny. Oh, look what he. If one doesn't happen in the next year or two in Utah, I'll be orchestrating one. I'm in Mountain Olympus. I really am.
Yeah, let's
But
make it a
we need
destination.
we really need to coordinate with Van because he's got the following with the Microcrawler Club, and we could make it huge. We just got to figure out. The problem is we don't have the resource. We don't have the property. We don't have. Anyway, it's a thing, and it takes a lot of. I can't imagine the guys who are putting on Beat the Creek. That I know that's their property or somebody's property they know, but
Yeah, it's private property. Yeah, I mean,
that's
it's a family that just they just do it.
yeah, that's quite the accomplishment for
It's incredible.
sure.
And again, I haven't even been there yet, but just seeing the photos and the footage and the feedback and everything else, like it's like last year they said there was like over 2,100 people. We're talking about private property in Kentucky.
Yeah, that's that's huge.
Yeah,
Um,
it's so incredible.
yeah, and it's big too. Why ain't you showing? I don't know what's going on. Anyway, transitioning into the Microcrawler Club really quickly because we're running out of time. I really wanted to share this. This is Van. It's from the Microcrawler Club, but I'm sure Van orchestrated this,
Oh, it was definitely
and
Van.
I just want to read it because I can't get it to show up on screen. And I'm sure it's Van, but he says now is the time to strengthen our micro RC crawling community. With the ongoing tariff challenges and potential parts shortages looming, along with the cancellation of several major RC events, it's more important than ever that we come together and support our hobby at the local level. We are encourage all micro RC enthusiasts to start local events, competition, and RC swap meets in your area, building a strong, connected local community that will not only keep the passion for micro RC crawling alive, but also help everyone stay active, supported, and equipped through these uncertain times. He says, host a comp, set up a trail day, organize a swap meet, bring your local community together. Together, we can keep the micro RC scene thriving no matter what challenges come our way. Let's make it happen for crawlers by crawlers. And then he said, he put out a link. If you don't not familiar with it, go to the Micro Crawler Club on Facebook. He put out a link where he's developed a Google document that will help you start your own club.
Yes.
And it will not only will help you start your own club, but he's willing to help you. And he's done I can't just say it's him because it's a whole group of guys, but they have done an amazing job. They really have. So definitely do that. Now, that leads into what I want to talk about next, and I'm going to be quick because I know we're running out of time, but we need to do what we can do while we're here. We still need to support the local things. And we talked about it last episode. The people are going to hurt the most are your local hobby shops.
Yeah.
They're going to be the ones struggling. So go support them if you're able to. But you guys, if you're like me, you've got a whole box, you've got a whole shelf full of unopened crawlers, or you've got a whole 3 boxes full of parts that you can still make the most of this hobby without having to get new vehicles all the time. And I'm just as guilty as the next guy. I like a new vehicle. I love them. They're so much fun. But I've got
That's why I got 2 from Direct RC that
yeah.
I did not need these, but I did, and that's why I got them.
Yeah, right. So the point is, make the best of what you've had. I've even seen like Tony from CCXRC. He picked up a rig he hadn't touched in years.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think it wasn't even ready. It wasn't fixed. It was broken. And he picked it back up and said, I haven't run this forever. I'm going to run it. That's what I'm encouraging you, and Chaz is encouraging you to do, is pick up the old rigs, pick up what you already have, and make the most out of the hobby. So one of my personal goals is to film more and edit more and get more videos up on YouTube. That's what I've decided I'm going to do to keep my passion for the hobby strong. Is I'm going to try to build up my YouTube channel a little bit more. I'm the worst at releasing videos because I get them all filmed and then I hate editing because I do that for a living. So I go to work and edit, and I just have to come home. And by the time I get home, I don't want to edit anymore. So I'm going to try to make the most and release more videos for you guys.
Yeah, and I've got so many ideas for videos and things like that. So there's not going to be any shortage of content coming from my side of things. But I have a lot of parts and a lot of builds that are ready to go. And so I don't want to crank them all out and then just be like done and out. So I'll have to try to pace myself between some of my builds, some of my unboxed rigs, and I've got so many face-offs and showdowns and comparison and competition ideas. So yeah, I mean, just getting into it and going back to the charisma and seeing what can I do to make that truck good, because it is not good.
No, but the thing about it is you could just get out and do what Ken's doing and film a video, just a eye candy video of crawling. I mean,
Yeah.
that's totally acceptable. RC Granny, welcome. I got your emails. I haven't had 2 seconds to respond, so I apologize. But thank you for sending me those pictures. They're amazing. He sent me some pictures of his crawler course.
Nice.
Absolutely, mind blown. Like amazing, amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you guys get out there. Ken, I'm still in your line. Build a course, build a community. What's the third thing he says? He says something else. Now's the time. Now's the time to take advantage of what you already have and take advantage of building those connections within the community, your local connections, because we don't know how long this is going to last. I hope it doesn't last more than 6 months.
Hopefully.
But we don't know how long this is going to last for us guys here in the States. But get out there. You've got, I know guys have parts. You've got parts laying around. Pull something out you haven't run in a long time. My son pulled out the OG rig for my channel and said, why don't we run this? And I'll be honest, I'm half tempted to.
Yeah.
I haven't run this forever and I miss it. And I'm like, let's do it. So get out there and do it, guys. Don't let the hobby, don't let the passion die based on the political climate. There's what it is. Build a car, build a course, build a community. I love it, Ken. Thank you. I totally stole that from Ken, but it's true. It is 100% true, especially in this climate.
Yeah.
But that's all I can say, guys, is get out there and do it. Just have fun with the hobby. Do what you can, because you're not going to be able to do some of these other things. So, hang out with your family. That's what I'm looking forward to as well, is just hanging out with my son and getting his, passion back up for RC. Smash him, crash him, and bash him. That's right. Thanks, NanoTracks, for joining us. Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Appreciate the support, man. Thanks for coming on with us. I enjoyed seeing you. Really did.
We're gonna wrap up as well. We are just over our hour goal, so we will shut that down. Ken, I saw you talking about the bumpy ride. It probably doesn't have anything to do with Sam. That's
he's riding with Chad, I think.
I can't imagine that it's Sam's driving that's doing anything.
We've all been in the car with Sam. Love him to death. Good times. Oh my goodness. Well, Chaz, we got to wrap this thing up.
Yep. Hit the like button for us. Make sure you subscribe to both of our channels. Hit the quadfecta, like, subscribe, comment, and share. Sam, tell them where we're going to see them.
We are going to see you on the next episode. Chaz is going to see you at Beat the Creek.
I'll see you, but we'll see you on the trail.
Oh yeah, I was too loaded up in Ken's build a course, build a community, build a car, build, smash them, crash them, bash them, hit the quadfecta. Who am I missing now? I'm trying to go through a ball. No, there is. I absolutely love it. I love this community, guys. I love you guys. Chaz, I love you, brother. Get out there and do something in the hobby, and we will see you on the trail.